Thank you, Val and Charles. Now here with your second batch of news are Barbara and Terry. Residents angered by the delay in building a bypass around Isham have been monitoring traffic in a bid to prove how busy the village's main road is. Members of the Isham Bypass Action Group took up a 24-hour vigil at the side of the A509 in Isham to count the number of traffic movements. Graham Raitt, the group's chairman, said the survey is taking place because the group disputes the amount of traffic movements presented by Northamptonshire County Council. Mr Raitt of Middle Street, Isham, said, "The traffic just means it's not a village, we are part of a motorway. You walk down the main road to the village and feel you are sucked into the road by the articulated lorries. It's very dangerous and ruins village life. You only have to go to other villages in Northamptonshire to see what a difference there is." Peter Bone MP said that he plans to present the results to the Secretary of State for Transport and to Northamptonshire County Council. He said it's very disappointing. The bypass was years in planning, arguing about the route and getting funding in place, which we lost because of the economic crisis. If you happen to live close to the road, there's problems with noise, pollution, and in some cases the foundations. He added, "We have to look at other options which are available. There are a number of these that we can move forward on potentially, such as trying to persuade the County Council to do road improvements. They haven't been happening because we were expecting to have a bypass." A spokesman for the County Council said, "Earlier this year, the Department for Transport confirmed that the A509 Isham bypass would not receive funding in the current spending review period between 2011-2012 and 2014-15. Therefore, the delivery of this project will be delayed until after 2015. The project, nevertheless, remains a high priority scheme for the Council."
Young volunteers have transformed 2 community areas in the county. The helpers, who were previously not in education or employed, volunteered with the Prince's Trust to take part in a 12-week programme which included a community project. They teamed up to plan, budget and fundraise to buy materials to landscape the gardens of a primary school in Wellingborough. Staff from Tresham College, which coordinated the project, says they are thrilled with the work. Chloe Page, who organised the Wellingborough team, said, "An area of land was donated to Wilbury Primary School and the teachers were keen to get it in use, but it was in very bad condition. The team cleared it and built an outdoor classroom including a blackboard, a vegetable plot, a nature garden, a sensory area and a seating area. We thought it would take about 3 weeks, but they worked so hard they had it done in about a week and a half and finished it last week. Staff and children love it. It was a big success. They have done amazingly well. The projects run by the Prince's Trust are to get young people who are not in education or employment to gain basic skills, confidence and motivation."
Chemical manufacturer Scott Barder is celebrating its 60th Commonwealth anniversary this year. Ernest Barder founded the company in 1921 and moved it to Wollaston in 1943. In 1951, Mr Barder put the future of his employees in their own hands and gifted the company to his workers. The Scott Barder Commonwealth, a charitable trust, was set up, enabling employees to determine how the company was run. In April of this year, 120 of its employees signed a declaration reaffirming their commitment to the principles on which the Commonwealth was founded. Employees all over the world took part in declaration signing ceremonies and held their own celebrations. They also watched a specially produced 60th anniversary film detailing the firm's past, present and future. There was a celebratory toast to the future of the Scott Barder Commonwealth, and employees received a gift of a commemorative cup and a coaster. On the day of the celebrations, Godric Barder, Scott Barder's life president and son of founder Ernest Barder, said, "The 60th anniversary of the firm's Commonwealth marked a truly big milestone for us." He added, "My father wanted to give his workers the responsibility and freedom he had achieved for himself so that they could help to decide their own future within a stable working company." As well as its headquarters in Wollaston, Scott Barder has manufacturing plants in Plymouth, France, South Africa, Croatia, Dubai and Dublin. It employs 600 people worldwide. It also has sales offices in the USA, Canada, Sweden, the Czech Republic, Germany and Spain.
Acts to perform at Wellingborough Carnival's Party in the Park this year will include tributes to Cheryl Cole, Boy George and Katy Perry, as well as a host of local bands. Plans for this year's event are going so well that organisers are hoping that it will rival the success of the town's 100th anniversary carnival of 2008. Sue Bull, who is organising the team for the weekend, said, "It is looking to be a great carnival this year. We have already had more than 30 groups register for a float, and there is a really good line-up for the party in the park. What we would really like is for the weekend to rival that of 2008, when we had about 70 floats. We have had a great reaction so far, but we are now looking for another push forward with registrations. We would really like to see some classic cars take part in the parade, possibly some motorbikes and some children's group, to make it really special. In the past we have had pubs, youth clubs and schools taking part in the parade, and it is an opportunity for local businesses to get their message across. The parade starts from Broad Green at midday on Saturday, July the 2nd, and will travel through the town to Crawland Park.
More than 30 young people from Rowan Gate Primary School in Wellingborough have taken part in a sponsored walk to raise money for the Autism Society. 5 of the school's classes include a child with autism, and it was these classes that took part in the walk. Organiser Maxine Hill said, "We invited the friends and families of the pupils to join us in the walk, which was just over a mile, and we had a lot of support. Aside from the sponsorship money that is still coming in, we had a tea and cake stall afterwards, and that went really well. Chef Rob Harrison from Cake Expert in Irchester came in and spent a whole day with the children making small cakes, biscuits and a big train cake for the event. We raised just over £30 from the cakes alone."
And now a piece of cricket news. Matt Ingram believes Old Wellingburian's superb win over neighbours Wellingborough Town shows there's plenty of life outside the High Flyers in Division 1. The OWs chased down Wellingborough's total of 197 for 8 from 50 overs to inflict a first defeat of the season on their town rivals, who lost top spot as a result. The skipper Andy Ingram admitted there was a real element of satisfaction after one of the standout results of the season so far. "We felt that chasing was the right thing to do on the day, and we bowled pretty consistently," he said. Wellingborough probably felt they were 20 or 30 short of where they should have been. They kept reminding us during our innings that it's our best chance to beat them. It was, and we did. But it was still in the balance right to the end, and we needed a couple of big hits from Karen Prince to get us over the line. Wellingborough clearly have the tools to win our league, and they perhaps came along expecting to win, and maybe that worked against them. But I think the result shows there are plenty of good sides in the division outside of the top 4 or 5. And it also shows that if we can put out a reasonable team, we are capable of beating anyone. Ingram believes having the right players available will be the key to them pushing on from such a fine win. Availability is always the crucial thing for us, he added. With the nature of the team we've got, being a bit older, everyone has families, and there are times when we will be down on players. That happens particularly around the summer holidays, but the good thing, as we have shown, what we can do with a virtually full-strength squad to choose from.
We now have a few news items in brief. Wellingborough Cooperative Amateur Dramatic Society bring their new show to the Castle in Wellingborough this week. The Society presents Farndale Avenue Housing Estate Townswomen's Guild murder mystery called Haunted Through Lounge and Recessed Dining Nook at Farndale Castle. The show is a spoof murder mystery and sees Jane Cox in the lead role of Mrs. Reese. It is being performed in the Castle studio and runs from Wednesday until Saturday, performances at 7:45 p.m. Tickets cost £9 with concessions at £8 and can be booked by calling the box office on 01933 270 007. A fundraising day is being held at Langdale Court Sheltered Housing Scheme in Wellingborough on Thursday. Money raised at the event will go to the Owls to Behold charity, which takes in unwanted or rescued birds. The charity also educates people about birds of prey. People are welcome to go along to Langdale Court in Windermere Drive from 10:30 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. On Saturday, afternoon tea will be served at a garden party being held at 53 Hatton Park Road, Wellingborough. The event is being held to raise money for the All Hallows Church Fund. Visitors are welcome to go along from 2 p.m. until 7 p.m. There will be a licensed bar and entertainment from a 60s club brass band, a folk group and a jazz band. Tickets are £10 on the door. For details, call 01933 279 366. And on Sunday, June the 26th, Rushden Museum will hold its Grand High Tea. This will take place at Nusson Hall in Irchester and includes high tea, quizzes, games and a raffle. Museum spokesman Sarah Peacock said, "Last year's event was very popular and it's a nice way to chill out and relax. Tickets cost £10 each and are available from 01933 317 261.
More than 7 schools have signed up for a community funding scheme which would ensure the survival of Northamptonshire's school crossing service. County Council officials said they were confident that at least 3 more communities would pledge this week to pay for their Lollipop Ladies, enabling it to retain the number of administration staff to help run the service. The Save Irchester Lollipop Lady campaign group led the way in the fight to save the service. The group reached its funding target after raising £1,750 and receiving donations from Councillor Sue Horner and Irchester Parish Council. Donations to the Evening Telegraph's campaign to raise cash for equipment in aid of disabled children have topped £1,500. Scores of generous readers have been sending in donations for the Help Give Them a New Life campaign, which is being run with the aim of raising £20,000 to buy essential equipment for 7 youngsters who are being helped by leading children's disability charity New Life. The pieces of equipment include a £180 lightweight buggy for 10-year-old Ebony J. Thurland from Burton Latimer. So far, 44 cheques have been sent in from readers, donating a total of £1,592 to the campaign. A cream tea party to celebrate the Royal British Legion 90th birthday at St Peter's Church Hall in Rushden attracted more than